Yes, Taurus season is technically over, but since when does Taurus energy follow anybody else's schedule? I know I definitely can't keep up when life gets chaotic, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate. So let's slow down, embrace some Taurus energy, and continue with the Royal Zodiac's next entry. Hey, hey, my name is Bethany. I'm the Creative Pyxie, and today's Royal Zodiac entry, Taurus. So, we all know that Taurus is known to be the most stubborn sign in the zodiac. But let's back up a little bit. Taurus aren't stubborn. Taurus are inherently determined. We are very patient, we are very relaxed, we are very steadfast. We are honest and loyal and artistic, all those really, really earthy kinds of things, organized and good listeners and understanding. We're reliable. Taurus really, really embodies like Mother Nature, like the mothering, nurturing type. That is Taurus in a nutshell, if that Taurus is all good and all positive. Of course, every sign has their shadow side, their dualities. That's where the stubbornness comes in at. On the flip side, Taurus can be stubborn and possessive. They can be very change resistant. That again adds to that stubbornness. We can be a little bit materialistic. No, that's a lie. We could be materialistic. We could be indulgent. That's all because we are ruled by Venus. When a sign is ruled by Venus, they can be very materialistic and they love life. They really love to enjoy life, and that's where a lot of the lazy, indulgent kind of traits kind of come from, because if somebody's indulgent, they like to take their time, they like to enjoy the finer things of life, and sometimes they get to enjoying a little too much. Sometimes we always doing one thing or another, and it's like, don't you ever like not do that? Don't you ever not, puff puff pat? Do you not ever, like, you always eating? That's because we like to indulge in our hobbies, and we like to indulge in the things that make us feel good and be nice and comfortable. And that is all because of the Venus that rules Taurus. And speaking of Venus ruling Taurus, we are actually, by the time this video is posted, I know it's late, but the universe, she be doing her thing. By the time this video is posted, Venus will have moved into Taurus. So, that timing is, it's linking up. So this is gonna basically mean that relationships, couples, anybody that's pursuing a relationship, anybody that's dating, talking to somebody, be careful with your situationships. What's basically happening is that with Venus in Taurus, she's at home, she's comfortable. So that means that energy is intensified. So it's going to be a very sensual, a very adult energy. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. I hope my audience, I hope you guys catch that. Basically, it's going to be a very intimate kind of energy. It's going to be very sensual, very intimate, very romantic time. You're going to want to, snuggle up and get to know your little boo thing a little bit better. You're going to want to know a little bit deeper. You're going to want to feel and touch and get comfortable with that person to see if this can progress and stabilize into something more. And it's going to be a very slow energy too. It's going to be a very much, let's take our time and find out who we really are kind of thing. Because one thing about a Taurus is that once we love somebody, we are going to care, we are going to nurture, we're going to do the things that we know that shows them that they are feeling loved. But on the flip side, every sign has their dualities. A Taurus, once you mess with a Taurus the wrong way, they will forget you exist. They will forget that you were ever a spirit on this earth. They will forever forget that you were ever a soul. They will wipe their memory clean of you, of anybody related to you, and you will no longer be a part of that world. Like, you can pop up in their life again. They be like, I'm sorry, who are you? You what? We did what? No, I don't remember any of that. Nope. And move on like they never met you a day in their life, like you a stranger. Don't do that to a Taurus. Don't do that to yourself. Promise you, it's not a good place to be at. When it comes to the color scheme of Taurus, I really wanted to go with our colors, which are green, pinks, creams, and browns. And instead of giving her a really instead of giving her a really bright green, I wanted to kind of give her more of a sage earthy tone of green. I wanted to use pinks and highlight her with those pinks and golds. I really wanted her to have that soft, sensual, subtly sexy kind of vibe. And yes, she's a Taurus. She's eating. There's basically a meme, and it basically says, I want a woman who looks like she sells potions in a RPG game. That's what I was really going for when it came to Taurus. I wanted her to look very earthy, look very natural, but with kind of like a very luxury Venus inspired look. That's what I was going for. So with that being said, I definitely wanted to make sure I gave her a very luxury looking top. So she has the very silk inspired, silk pleated top that is a halter neckline with the keyhole. Even though you can't see like what the keyhole is alluding to, you know it's there. And she has a very high slit because Taurus is in the spring. It's in the beginning, like right before the summer hits. So it's like starting to really warm up. That's when those early folks like me, we like to pop out with summer dresses. That was for that. I know Gemini is the queen of summer dresses. She'll have one too, but we like to be comfortable. Summer dresses are comfortable, so that was where that skirt really kind of came from. I also wanted that softness somewhere in there. So whereas the top is silk and then she has like the very hardness of the gold that really is like a focal point of the outfit, I wanted to give the bottom some flow, some floaty, some softness overall. So she also has the ruffles in her skirt, and it has a bit of a pattern to it. This pop with all of the green. I didn't want it to just be green, pink, and gold. So I wanted to use that kind of creamish color to add to the overall design of the dress. So I went ahead and used the Flower Power brush that comes with Procreate. I think that's what it's called off the top of my head. I'm not looking at it right now, so I don't know. But I used that brush, and because that brush kind of like overlaps onto itself, I use that and kind of like, you know what you do when like you're a little kid and you take the potato, like in like kindergarten or something, they cut the potato in half and you use the potato to like stamp and make shapes like that. That's basically what I did with the Flower Power brush to get those little embellishments onto her dress, or the pattern onto her dress, not the embellishments. When it came to the gold of her like under corset, I wanted that to be very Grecian inspired because, you know, Venus, and she is Venus inspired. So I wanted to have that there. It has like little heart shapes and S shapes and everything in it, just to go with that sensual vibe of her. And we like our luxury. We like to indulge. Of course, I was going to make her eating at a ball. As a Taurus, where we like people, we also like to be comfortable. So like we like making new friends in a small setting. So at a big party, I guarantee you can find a Taurus hanging out, chilling, eating, doing something very low key. Speaking of low key, I'm definitely going to acknowledge the fact that I have not been posting as consistently as I once was. Like at first it was every other week. I was very much committed to the bi-weekly schedule, and then I thought I had everything under control, so I moved it up to a weekly schedule. And then everything I thought I had under control went completely out of control. Like I thought I had it to where I would do this thing that day, this thing that time, this thing, but things just kept kind of just being thrown into my schedule, and it was throwing me for a crazy loop. With my hyperfocus being interrupted on the regular basis, that was frustrating me to hell and back. And when it came to just trying to sit down and get everything back on track, it just wasn't happening. Like something kept coming up. Me losing the phone that I typically record on, I have no idea where that thing went. So I had to come up with a new setup and use different devices that I had. And I'm hoping that this one came out just as good. I'm still using the same mic, but a different camera. My AC going out where I live at here in Texas, it's hot already. Like we're already in 89-degree days. Me coming up sick. like I'm sure you can even hear it in my voice. I'm losing my voice as I re-record the audio that the first time didn't catch because I was using that new setup. Even though I'm using the same mic, it was in a different input and it just didn't sound as good as I wanted it to. After this, I'm gonna take probably another week. Even though I do plan on changing my schedule up, I'm probably gonna take another extra week to make sure my whole throat is healed so I don't sound so croaky. But all this was so overwhelming. Like, I promise you guys, I'm not crying. This is literally just the rawness of my throat right now. It is not doing good. But if you're here, I know that you probably feel the same way. You feel the overwhelm. You feel the second guessing. You feel like because everything has went wrong so far, that what can you do to catch up? There's no point in trying to catch up. Maybe you should just drop out of the race. And I'm here to let you know that there is still hope at the end of the tunnel. You don't have to give up. You can keep going. There's ways, there's methods, there's things you can do to help grow yourself and help steady yourself whenever you fall back off the track. All this stuff just happened since my last post in May. If you want to know what happened in May, you can go back and watch those videos. Talk to me in the comments. What are some things that you've been going through lately that's been driving you up a wall? What are some things that have been absolutely boggling you? And what are some ways or some methods that you use in order to bring yourself back and cultivate that creative energy? For me, meditating was a really big way for me to reground myself. I also would listen to specific videos on YouTube about, if there's about quantum jumping and manifesting and just guided meditations on manifesting, because those are the things that were helping me stay grounded and remain mindful about everything that I was going through at the time. Another thing is the app called Finch. I really, really like that app. It's meant to help people who just want to be better, who want to grow and become a better version of themselves. It has different categories and different ways to help keep you on track. And Finch has been a really big help for me because I love the little bird. I love watching her grow up. I love dressing her up. And the more you do, the more they learn, the more they figure out about themselves and about the world around them. And I love watching that go in motion. And they're so super cute, and the outfits are adorable. And now it's Pride Month, so mine's is decked out in her bi-colors because we love a bi-babe out here. But it gives me a menu versus a to-do list. Like, yes, I have things on the list, but it doesn't count against me if I don't do everything on the list. So you can customize it and have it centered around what you want to do and how you want to grow. And it even has preset ones, and even you can make your own. So there's a lot of different ways you can work on Finch. I would definitely recommend it to anybody. If you want my code for becoming friends in Finch, because they become friends and you can send each other like encouragement and hugs and reminders to stretch and things like that. If you want my friendship code, and you do get a little pet for joining Finch if you have a friendship code, and the little pets are even cuter. So you have a little Finch and you have a little Finch with a pet. And mine's a blob cat. They're super cute, but I love it, and I would love to have my friends on Finch. So let me know in the comments if you want my friendship code. Lastly, one of the things I made sure to do was just take time to rest. As much as I love you guys and I want to continue this channel and I will continue this channel, I'm going to have to figure out something else that works and is more flexible. That way I can have some things done ahead of time so this doesn't happen again and I'm not leaving you guys hanging for 3 weeks at a time. Either I am going to go back to doing bi-weekly. No, I am going to go back to doing bi-weekly. There's no and ifs or buts about it. I have to do what's best for my mental state and to prevent burnout and to make sure consistency is the key overall. Put that at the top. So I'm going to go back to every other week. I'm going to probably do some more shorts about certain things. We'll see how that works. That might be like in an interim. If I do go back to doing weekly videos, I'm going to do 2 talking head videos and then 2 drawing videos. And the talking head videos will probably be a little bit shorter. All that being said, I would like to now introduce you to Taurus Princess of the Venusian Kingdom. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me and watch me create our Taurus Princess entry for our Royal Zodiac. I would love to hear back from you all. Tell me what you think, how you like her, what would you like to have seen in her. And I still want to hear about what are some things that you're facing and what are some grounding methods that you use. So in the meantime, between time, make sure you take the time to enjoy your favorite cozy drink as a little form of self-care. I love you guys. Bye.